Good morning, everyone. My name is Sam Paul. I'm the section manager over SCADA systems and projects with the Gwinnet County Department of Water Resources. Before I start my presentation, I just wanted to thank ARC leadership and Aviva leadership team here for giving me this opportunity to come and share our information or details about the journey of digital transformation and the IT/OT convergence. Uh, so through the presentation here, I would like to share a few information about Gwinnett County Department of Water Resources, who we are and what we do. And the second part is give you a high-level information about the digital transformation and the IT/OT convergence. So we are a water utility company or a organization. Before I start further, let me ask you, is there any water utility owners here? Any water sector people? Can I see some hands here? Okay, I see a few there. Good to see you all. So our mission is to provide superior water service at an excellent price. So Gwinnett County is located in the state of Georgia, about 40 miles north of Atlanta Airport, with 437 square miles, about 940,000 people as our population. If we put all our pipes from Chicago to Sydney, it's about like 8,000 plus miles. That's what we have. We have 2 water production plants. Then we have water distribution sites all across Gwinnett County, about 48 of them, including water monitoring, pressure monitoring, flow monitoring, and distribution sites. And also we have about 230 wastewater collection systems. That's the pump stations. Then from there, we have 3 wastewater reclamation plants across Gwinnett County, 3 of them. So this is our whole system, and we started our journey about 5 years ago when I took ownership of the system. Same as anybody in the same sector, as we have been identified as a critical infrastructure by Department of Homeland Security and other government organizations. We have some regulations moving forward. We cannot simply provide water, but we are under certain restrictions and regulations. So we kind of started our implementation of digital transformation and the IT/OT convergence way before that. So this is the typical system that is all connected together with the multi-sites, from the power monitoring to the water source, water treatment plants, and water distribution sites, tanks and boosters, collection pump stations, wastewater reclamation, and all these are connected together at the layer that we have in place on the top side, on the top layer. And why are we doing this? We had to make sure we provide the information securely, more faster, more informed decision. The time when they are looking for right up there, they don't have to look for more information to figure out what they need to do, and minimize the risk to people, assets, and operations, reduce energy and operational cost, optimize performance of employees and asset operations. And it is possible. This is not something that we dream now. Yeah, we did dreaming about 5 years ago, and now we accomplished this. We are on the top end of it. So just give you some information about the details. I don't go much detail into it, just a high-level information. Similar to what I said, the reason behind the success is the vision of our county leaders. When they put their strategic priority, they actually included fostering of or innovation is one of them. So from our county or our department leaders, they brought the same priority and made it as, well, we wanted to be the utility of the future. So Gwinnett County Gwinnett County Department of Water has been recognized as one of the leader in the water industry. And we wanted to make sure we built the same standards all across the board. So we started with the process areas that we have. As you know that, old systems, they have limitations of the old legacy systems, proprietary systems. That is not just one system. Pretty much that's a standard across all the industry. And we were at the same place about 5 years ago. 20 years old system, 30 years old system, multiple different platforms. So we wanted to standardize everything to a one unique platform. So we did that at the process level. And also we have to make sure we implement a standardization on the SCADA platform. So we actually implemented that with Aviva Wonderware platform all across our system platforms. So what we have to accomplish is we have to transform from the old technology to the new. The reason behind it, number one, we have to sustain with the technology and prepare for the future. That's number one. Number two, we are getting a lot of requirement or request to share the data, internally and externally. And since we have the old system, we all know that, old system, we pretty much put it in the box and close it, don't touch it. We can share it. And we had to change that. We had to share the data. And the third one, when you share the data, well, we had to share it securely. Security is another one. So when we put our all or complete overarching design details, we included all of them. What kind of processor we have, what's the capacity of the processor, what kind of network architecture that we wanted to implement, what kind of cybersecurity architecture that we wanted to implement from the edge to the enterprise. So the data is sharing from the edge, from the lower level of the process, all the way to the enterprise, and collaborating and sharing data to use it more useful factors. So what we did was we actually put the same priority as our critical infrastructure. We do not want to share anything with that particular system to the outside world. So we accomplished that. So how do we accomplish the convergence from the top one? Well, we had to go through the segmentation first. Segmentation and segregation of the operating SCADA system at the plant level. And we accomplished that. Then from there, actually, we wanted to push out the data. That's the only thing that we are doing it. So we securely migrating that data to a tier 1 historian at the plant level. Then from there, actually, we migrating or replicating the data from tier 2 to a SCADA DMC within the SCADA network. Through a DMC secure link, which Aviva provided a great secure solution that we've been using that. And that allows us to connect to the tier 2 that is on the enterprise level. So when we get to that level, we have actually, as you see in the picture, that data flow is going through tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. When we are at that level, we are pretty much at the bleeding edge. We can share the information to anything. We can collaborate, so this is the driver for us before even we get here. Every time we have a request for the data, we put the USB drive and give, manually by the hand. But we don't have to do that anymore. The data is sitting at the tier 3 level. And anybody who wanted to get into the collections of data with proper authorization and the privileges, they can get into the system and they can take it. Moreover that, over that layer, that is where our dashboards and all that is connected. So our next screen is like this. This is one of our unified control center operations screen. And we are using Aviva OMI platform to get this done. And over there, we can see that multiple sites are connected at the top layer. So we are not getting information from here. Actually, we're getting the information from the historian. At the same time, we take a copy of the Galaxy from our secured network and bringing that up to the multi-Galaxy Aviva platform and put it up there. So where do we get the data from? Not from the plant, but it is coming from the plant, but all the way from the historian. So we're grabbing from the top layer and replicating the data with our multi-Galaxy platform and providing this multi-Galaxy or multi-platform display. This is where we can collaborate more other information. And also from here, we can provide a lot of other information from our SCADA system, like a flow report, water quality, pressure details. If there is any issues with the water system, we can bring that up to our maintenance engineering and operational team without going anywhere else. This is the place where they can get. And in one additional thing that we did when we did the migration from the old system to the new system, we didn't just look at the system by itself, but all three levels, the people, the process, the technology. Rolling out a technology is much easier, but when you get into the process and technology, that is not that easy. But make sure we have to have a good plan to support the people, because they are the people end up in using it. So we actually put the users in the front row of this. What would you like to see? What are the problems that you're currently experiencing? So we kind of gathered that information, put it into the system, and we actually provided a situational awareness graphics that developed within our system by itself. And that will give more information that they don't need to look for anything else. Like somebody mentioned here already, the workforce is changing. The baby boomers are walking away with the tribal information. You are getting the new people coming in there. So there is no way that we can hold that information, but we actually transform that information into the system and digitalize it and actually replicating back into the people to become more useful. So that is how we are actually leveraging our digital transformation and OT/IT convergence to improve productivity, reliability, and operational excellence. So that's where the whole system look like. I'm going to stop right here. If I get into detail, I just keep on going. So this is the high-level information I can give it to you all. We can have some other questions or something we can take at the end of it. Thank you all. Appreciate it.